we got to learn about a secret today. Secret. Mari's got a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, it's social anxiety.
Yay!
Everyone's favorite secret to have.
Oh boy.
Yeah, buddy.
Is it
Of course. Who
though?
doesn't love dealing with that?
I personally don't love dealing with
Well, I
that.
think you're the exception to the rule here.
Ah, right.
Clearly. Anyways, hello, welcome to this week's episode. Jared and I will watch YOHANE the PARHELIon, Sunshine in the Mirror. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen Lady M.
Hello.
This is episode number 5, and we are discussing episode number 5 entitled The Demon Lord's Secret. We got a big old
Secret.
Mari-focused episode today. Because
Yes.
YOHANE's got to break down those walls and befriend her. Ms. YOHANE, tear down that wall. Here comes David Hasselhoff on the boat.
Oh my god.
He's singing the song. Yeah. Anyways, YOHANE wakes up from a dream she was having. It was a strange one. She was like, that was weird. Anyways, we got to go to work. And by going to work, of course, that means you got to karate chop a washing machine. Hwacha!
Wacha.
And turns out that didn't make it work.
You mean that's not the proper way to fix things?
I'm sorry, lady who asked YOHANE to fix this washing machine. I don't think YOHANE has the right credentials nor the technical learning to fix a washing machine, perhaps.
Yeah,
Those are
I
a
mean,
little bit more complicated.
that is a skill set that is maybe beyond a errand girl type job.
Yes, an errand teenager.
Yeah.
So yeah, she does that, and then some kid's like, "Hey, is this other kid here?" And the lady's like, "No, he's still sick." And he's like, "Okay, later." uh, the lady's like, "Yeah, he keeps hearing things. It's real weird," which obviously harkens back to when we learned about how with the weird stuff happening in Namazu, it's like the kids can hear it first. They're the first ones who are able to hear it.
Right.
So obviously that is happening, and more kids are being affected by it. Spooky.
Whoa.
YOHANE and Lilaps are just walking around, and they get a summon from Mari's little whatchamacallit. There's a word I'm looking for, and I'm completely blanking.
It has a name. Familiar
Yeah.
is what you're looking for,
Yes,
though.
yes, that's what I'm looking for. The familiar, and it's like, come on, you got to go to the island.
Let's go.
And they take YOHANE and Lilaps to the island, and Mari's like, here's this book. Going to talk about resonance and the resonance of Numazu and how I think the resonance is all messed up because of the weird stuff that's happening here and everything. Also, it's in like this ancient script that I technically can't read. Kind of can, but it kind of it's been passed down through my family for generations and generations and all that sort of stuff.
Who knows how to read anymore?
It's true. A lot of people don't. Mari talks about how, like, you know, she brings up her stick and is like, hey, I got this stick, you know, and maybe if we become friends, you'll get your icon on the stick. And Mari's like, no,
No.
no friends. I can't do that. She brings up this one time she apparently left the island and went to the city, and it traumatized her. So she's like, I'm never going back.
Mm-hmm.
Never again. We get to see Mama Mari. Like actual Mama Mari for the first time since the movie.
Right.
She doesn't speak, though. It's just a scene of her consoling a very shaken up Mari.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, yeah, if I go there, people are going to judge me and everything, and I don't want to deal with that. That's sucky. That ain't for me.
Fair.
And then YOHANE leaves, and she's like, YOHANE's like blaming herself for this. She's like, was I too cold? Did I do something wrong here? And Lyle's like, no, she's acting like you used to. That's just somehow the reason you couldn't say anything to her is because you understand how she feels and you've been through that. So you kind of are like, yeah, I get it. Which I thought was interesting that like YOHANE herself would be like, was this my fault? Did I do something wrong?
Right. That's
like,
very
nah.
different than like what it would have been 4 episodes ago.
YOHANE bleh.
Bleh.
YOHANE goes to talk to Daya and brings up Mari and is like, Dai's like, oh, you went and saw Mari. We got to finally talk to her and all that sort of stuff. And it's like, hey, have you ever gone out there to see and talk to her? And Dai basically talks about how like she's gone there multiple times, but Mari won't come out and see her. But she will kind of like leave these little notes of like, hey, here's this thing that's messed up. Like this bridge is in trouble. You should get it fixed. This slide has something wrong with it. You should get that fixed. And Daya basically explains like, we got this list and everything. We were able to fix all these things and avert all these like accidents that could have happened if it wasn't for Mari looking out for everyone. So it's real cool. So Yohane is just like walking around afterwards and just kind of like trying to figure out what to do about this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And just figured out Mari's hanging out by her fountain and just brooding, essentially. Yohane shows up and is trying to make small talk like, hey, I came, I didn't have any, I was in the neighborhood. I just thought I would drop by and see you. See how's it going. She talks about how like, she mentions the events of last episode of how her Kanon and Yo rebuilt the swing and everything and how it's all nice and everything. And I guess also before that she talks with Kanon and Yo to like kind of figure out exactly what to do about the situation, which is something I glossed over. And also, this is when Ruby shows up as well. And Ruby's like, I was scared that people would think I'm a fairy and be weirded out, but you guys are cool, so it's fine. And they're like, look at how cute Ruby is. Oh!
Wow, parallels.
Mm-hmm. And essentially, Kana and Yo are just like, yo, if she wants to come here, that'd be cool. I'd love to meet her. Like, she sounds neat and everything. So, essentially, Yohane puts that in her mind. Is like, I need to find a way to, like, break this gal out of her shell and, like, show her that, hey, not everyone's going to be a gigantic turd and be a jerk to you, and judge you for the way you look. Not everyone in this world is going to have a prejudice to you, essentially. Right. Yohane solves prejudice in this episode.
Good.
So yeah, she, like I said, she goes over there and tries to make small talk, and eventually it's kind of just like, they get into a back and forth about like why Mari doesn't want to leave and everything. And the crux of it is essentially, Yohane has a belief in people, that she's grown to see as over her time in Numazu has taken shape and everything. And she wants to extend that to Mari to have her see that that's actually a thing that can happen. So she'll be able to like branch out of the island and go see everyone and feel more comfortable about interacting with people. But Mari still is kind of just like hesitant and reluctant about it and all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. We get another flashback about, I don't know if this is supposed to be Mari's dad or like grandpa, because like the dude seemed way older than Mari.
Seemed way older, but
essentially we would think the Demon Lord.
Yeah, it's someone with a relation to her that is a dude.
Yeah, it talks about like the horns and everything, and be like, oh, that's how you know you're part of our family.
It's got some sweet like big mutton chops on the sides.
True. I was
like, whoa.
So she remembers that and everything, and Yohane goes to leave. They're walking through like the forest to get back to the boat, and then Mari runs after her like, I haven't ran this much since like I was a child. I'm very out of breath. I have no cardio. She's like, hey, I want to go see the swing you mentioned, so let's go do that.
Yay.
So they go see the swing and everything, and they're just chit-chatting and having a good time, and Yohane is like, all right, let's go to the city, and we'll see how you feel and everything, and just, get you acquainted with things and all that sort of stuff. So they walk through the city, everyone's saying hi to Yohane and Lilaps, and they're like, who's this girl with you? They're like, oh, she's my friend. It's cool. She's my friend. They stop by this one little store, and these two girls show up, and they're like, hello, Yohane, hello. And they have a little chit-chat, and she introduces Mari and everything, and then Suki comes out, because she's, I guess, the owner of this photography store. And is like, hello, I would like to take some photos. I'm like, doing
she's back.
Modern Ladies of Numazu set. I would like you to pose for me. It was interesting because, like, they make no reference that her and Yo are related in any sort of way. So I wonder if that's not a thing in this series.
Right.
But, like, I guess, like, there was no real need to bring it up if, like, Yo's not there. But interesting thing. Yohane's going to do some posing for pictures, and then those three kids that keep showing up come up and like, are you doing the pose again? We want to get in this picture. And then they see Mari's familiars and like, whoa, look at that. Those are cool. Let's go run after them.
What are those things?
And then Suki wants to get a photo of Mari as well, but like Mari's starting to like panic attack essentially, and like Yohane has to go over to her and be like, hey, what's going on? And Mari's like, I like everyone's staring. I can hear their thoughts. It's very, very overwhelming. And Yohane's like, all right, calm down, calm down. We're gonna close our eyes, and then once we're ready, we're gonna open them, and the world's gonna seem different and everything. So like Mari's very hesitant to do it, but she does it with Yohane, and she opens her eyes and sees all the people like staring at her, like very like awe-inspired, and it's like, "Whoa, look at this! Are you Bari? Hey, you helped us with some stuff. That was real cool. We appreciate you. Like, oh, you're so cute. Look at you. You look real cool." And Mari's like, "Whoa, these people like are nice and aren't immediately being like, look at you, you piece of trash."
Like how they animated is instead of having like the shadows over their eyes, like they're
Yeah.
legitimately excited to see her.
And then Suki takes a picture of her smiling when she's in this state, which is kind of messed up.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
I got a smile on film. All right, now you're getting these pictures as well. And
it's like she was literally having a panic that 30 seconds ago. Like, maybe don't do that, and also maybe ask for permission to take pictures of people.
It's true, but we do get these fun photos of Yohane and Mari doing the same pose together. It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
They're doing the Yohane pose together.
Yes.
It's really great.
And it's just a little montage of them like getting their photos taken at various parts around that area and everything. And then Yohane's like, "Hey,"
has kids on her back.
Yes. Yohane's like, "I'm gonna take you someplace cool," and she takes her to her favorite place in the world, which is the big stump that she thinks is a stage and where she sang and everything. She's like, "This is where I did all my singing and everything." And Mari's like, "Yeah, I know. I have good ears in case you don't forget."
I can hear this. You remember?
Yeah. She's like, "I want to hear you sing, in person and everything, and do that." And she's about to sing, and then lightning and scary clouds.
This
Split
is
the
normal.
stump.
Super fine.
And Yohane and Mari are just standing there like, this is not good. And that's how we end our episode.
Yikes.
Very spooky.
I'm sure everything will be fine. It looks like we get a Rico episode next.
Yes. I mean, she is the final one that we've had, like, no real deal with. We've only seen her show up once, and then, like, that was it, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
It is appropriate that she would have her own episode at some point, and, now is the time.
Right.
Plus, it makes sense that, we would get all the characters out of the way first, and then now for the back half of the series, we'll dive into whatever is happening in Umazu and, like, the mystery of that, and all that fun stuff.
Well, and she's been investigating that, so it makes sense that they would talk to her.
Yes, that is also correct. I had forgotten about that.
I got you.
You're a smart gal.
Let's
talk about some notes and trivia real quick.
Okay.
Coincidentally, this episode was released on Ina Suzuki's 28th birthday in 2023.
20th?
28th.
28th. I was like,
she is not a child.
I was like, there's no way she's 20. 28th.
28th.
Good for her.
She is, well, she's still a bab to us.
She's still a bab, but she's less bab.
Less bab.
Yay.
Like we mentioned earlier, Mari's mom makes her first and unvoiced TV anime appearance in this episode. Well, I guess that's true. This is her first television appearance.
Right, because she was not in vanilla.
She's technically, I think, but there's it's like a skewed picture, and it doesn't look like her. They changed the character design for the movie from that picture.
Correct.
And then this is what says, in an ironic reversal, Mari's father, we don't know, was voiced in the series while his original counterpart appears in a silent cameo. ? Then callbacks to Love Live Sunshine. As with her original counterpart in Finding a Way to Shine and the school idol movie Over the Rainbow, Mari left the Washimer Island and her family until they took her back to isolation. She's like, I'm out of here.
Gotta go.
I gotta get out of here. Monster, get out.
It's interesting, though, that the fountain has such a different thing around it, I guess, in this series versus Sunshine, because like the fountain was big with her making the friends.
Mm-hmm. And like in this, it's like her safe spot.
Right. Because she feels isolated from people and doesn't want to make friends per se.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting, like, not parallel?
Yeah.
Perpendicular?
It's a perpendicular.
I don't know what to call it.
Did you know the person they got to voice Mari's father or grandfather is a very famous voice actor in Japan?
Is he?
Like, you might know them as one Solid Snake.
I did make a joke about it being a sneaking mission at one point
Or
with Ruby.
Xehanort from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god.
What else we got here? There's a lot of Solid Snake. It's very good.
That's so funny.
Zero Senior from Virtue's Last Reward.
Wow.
Wow. And of course, for our good friend, he's Adachi in the Japanese dub of Like a Dragon of Yakuza 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
And of course, for you, he is Zed in Xenoblade
Zed.
Chronicles 3.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So we know him from a few places.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a pretty big get for like a one-line cameo.
Right? Huh.
To be fair, this is a series that does not cast dudes at all. So like, I guess they're like, hey, if we're going to, might as well get some notable people.
Right. Well, and haven't they done that before for parents? Gotten like really big voice actresses to be parents, and you're like, they have like 3 lines in this whole thing.
Yes. I mean, that also tracks.
I was thinking one was like Sailor Moon. But I could be wrong.
I feel like that might be the case at some point.
I remember us talking about it.
I feel like I also remember us talking about it, but I don't remember. Maybe it was it like Nico's mom or something?
That sounds right.
Yes. Okay, so Nico's mom is Sailor Moon. That was the one you're thinking of.
Okay. I
think
had
that
a
was
feeling.
That was what we talked about when we watched through OG Love Live, for sure.
Okay. Was
I
Chica's
exited
mom
out of
anybody big?
the tab that I needed.
Uh-oh. Oh,
I
no.
got a goof.
Oh, no.
Was Chica's mom anyone?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Small lady. Cannot get over her in the little...
Oh, that was so good.
Box thing. So
good. The TV.
The TV. Turn around like, oh, I'll be right with you. It's so funny.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
It's a good goof.
Oh, of course, Chica's mom is your favorite character, Taiga from Toradora.
Oh, huh.
You love that series, I know, for sure.
Yeah, you know. Abuse is cute as long as it's from a small person. That is not true, by the way.
They are Alphonse Elric and Full Metal Alchemist. Metal Alchemist.
That's a pretty big get.
Yeah. I feel like they were also in something else. Oh, yeah, of course. It's Rise from Persona 4, and that means she's also Haruka in Yakuza.
Yeah! Perfect!
I was like, this name's familiar. Of course it is.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I just want to hear Chica's mom just randomly yell out, Mateo!
Mateo! So, I mean, like, those are some pretty big gets. They just go hard for the parents, apparently.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, you're not, to be fair, you're not casting them for, like...
You're not asking them for a lot.
For a lot, yeah. So, like, you could probably, you can spend more money on that, per se. Mm-hmm.
And it's also a good goof.
100%, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, next time, we will be discussing episode 6. Like we said, it's going to be a Rico-focused episode. It is entitled The Harmony of Those Who Are Shy. So we'll see what Rico's been up to and how she still wants to probably, like, buy Lilaps or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll learn about the mystery of Lilaps at some point.
Fingers crossed.
But that's going to do it for us this time. If you would like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter. I don't know, it maybe not be Twitter at this point when this goes up, or TikTok at Anime Checkup. And you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of the Love Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next time as we find out what's up with Rico.